What is Metaverse? The Metaverse is a concept of online 3D universe that consists of multiple virtual space. It is often referred to as the next internet. The Metaverse ecosystem will allow its user to work together, conduct meetings, or plan a group outings, play games, and socialize together in this curated 3D space. Metaverse was just another scientific world until 28th October 2021, the day when Facebook changed its name Meta and Mark Zuckerberg announced his company's vision of building a metaverse. And suddenly, Metaverse took over the tech world like a wildfire. Metaverse is supposed to be a next thing on the internet, probably bigger than social media and beyond just the internet. Metaverse would be a new virtual world that people can experience and live with technology like virtual reality, immersive display gears, blockchain, and motion sensor. There are already some close metaverse examples which gives us peek into the future. However, no proper explanation of the metaverse is available on the internet, and one of the reasons is that no one knows how big and inclusive the metaverse will be once it's fully developed. What is metaverse meaning? Metaverse is shared virtual 3D world where anyone can connect and socialize with other people connected to the metaverse. Metaverse could be described as a digital world that is built on the cloud where billions of people will connect through the integration of internet, VR, blockchain, and other technology. Imagine a world beyond our reality. You wear a head-mounted display grids on your eyes and leave the current world for a new virtual one, which has thousands and millions of interconnected people, including your friends. You can talk with them, go to movie or concert, climb a mountain, buy a house, play games, and more. Sounds like a GT game. Is not. No, Metaverse is not a game. However, gaming could be a small part of Metaverse, just like a gaming. Metaverse is a digital world that you can enter and exit anytime you want. The only difference is that Metaverse is not just for entertainment purpose. It has far more potential than that. Who's building the Metaverse? Everyone knows. As a prime example, Facebook has pledged 50 million for the research and development of the metaverse. And of course, they will be collaborating with the industry leaders, policymakers, experts worldwide. In fact, Mark Zuckerberg said that Facebook will be transitioning from the social media company to the metaverse company. Even Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has big plans for Microsoft and the metaverse.
So, we're gonna have an astrophysicist in the family.
Actually, I have to write this paper. Will you help me?
Let's take a closer look. What part of the solar system are we talking about?
Saturn.
If you were taking astrophysics, you could study in the metaverse.
Did you know the rings are made up of billions of icy particles?
Really?
Look at this.
You ready to do that paper now, right?
Yeah.
In the metaverse, you'll be able to teleport not just to any place, but any time as well. Ancient Rome. Imagine standing on the streets, hearing the sounds, visiting the markets, to get a sense of the rhythm of life over 2,000 years ago. Imagine learning how the Forum was built by actually seeing the Forum get built right in front of you.
Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're going to need better tools to work together. Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like.
Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
Looking good. Let's get together real quick for a debrief.
I'm free now. Let's jump in.
Hi.
Hey.
So what do we think?
I think it's ready.
Great.
I'll prep it for the presentation.
All right. Good luck.
Imagine a space where you can tune out distractions and focus on the task at hand. And when you're ready to share what you've been working on, you can present it as if you're right there with the team.
Wait, where's Mark?
I think he's in the middle of something.
I'm standing here in the Metaverse. It's essentially a bunch of virtual worlds where you can walk around as a digital avatar, talk to other people, play games, and buy and sell things. Now, before you stop watching, I just want to say that I feel the same way as you. What the hell is this? Is it even real? And should we be doing anything about it? Well, it's already getting pretty serious. Right now, people are spending millions in real-life money to reserve digital plots of land, office space and apartments. And huge names like Zaha Hadid Architects and Manchester City Football Club are exploring the possibilities of design in the Metaverse. Yes, really. It's a space where we're no longer restrained by things like, gravity, the principles of engineering, or securing enough money to go ahead with a building project.
For me, it's not an escape into fantasy world and into video game-like experiences, but a direct continuity with social reality.
So what does all this mean for the world of architecture and construction? Is the Metaverse really going to end up being a thing? What could we build without the limits of construction here on Earth? And how might that impact the way we create our physical world in the future?
Big tech, big brands, big ambitions.
And the Metaverse is the next frontier.
If you're listening and that was a little bit over your head, don't worry because I'm right there with you.
If you're anything like me before I made this video, you might be thinking, is anyone actually building the Metaverse yet, or is it just a bunch of corporate techie buzzwords that no one really understands?
DeFi. It's called decentralized finance.
Blockchain.
Cryptocurrency.
NFTs. What is driving this Doge mania and where does it go from here?
And yes, there are a ton of buzzwords. I'm not here to preach the gospel of NFTs or get you to invest in tomorrow's Buildcoin. I'm also not going to try and explain the ins and outs of the Metaverse to you, because frankly, I can't. In its most basic form, it's a network of virtual worlds that you can access parts of through your computer, or if you want to be more immersed in it, a VR headset. I was pretty shocked to learn that people were parting with real money to buy virtual real estate in this new world. But they are, and as I said, it's getting serious. Now, first off, the Metaverse isn't owned by one single company and it's not one single app. Facebook's parent company, now called Meta of course, is leading the development of this new digital world. Depending who you ask, it's either the future or a whole bunch of hypotheticals. Meta hasn't exactly been raking in the cash yet. In February 2022, the company set the record for the largest single-day trading loss of any company ever. They must really believe in this Metaverse stuff. One thing that's certain and potentially crazy is that there's a lot of money being put into reserving and securing digital plots of land to build everything from virtual offices to shopping centres and even sports stadiums.
Well, the real estate investors are paying millions of dollars for plots of land that don't even exist.
All of those spaces need to be designed, and we have a whole industry of people who are kind of already doing that. If you looked at a typical architecture studio or construction site just 50 years ago, you'd probably find rolls of paper drawings and diagrams marked up and sprawled out across the site. But in the 1990s, a little something called the internet took off.
You can now glimpse the future with nothing more than a modem, a phone line, and a few dollars a month.
Allison, can you explain what internet is?
In the mid-90s, Columbia University's School of Architecture launched the first paperless studio, and at the time that was a pretty radical concept, but we've come a long way. Today, digital design models are the design process and working environment. The graphical 3D models and renders they enable let us check how a building will look and feel before actually sending a crew out to begin construction. But in the metaverse, that digital render isn't just a step along the way, it is the final destination. In this reality, you don't have to think about how to counteract the weight of a skyscraper sinking into the soil or how the roof will hold up in a storm.
We are trying to bring our actual expertise into the metaverse, as we used to be architects, working super digital, focused on visualizations. There is just no laws for us when we bring architecture into the metaverse.
Patrick Vogel, a trained architect, has gone from designing real-world buildings to launching his own Metaverse architecture studio called Shift Space.
We use tools like 3ds Max, Rhino, also Houdini for more complex shapes, Grasshopper. And then we try to translate this to this sandbox metaverse creation tools that you have. You have to build everything out of voxels. So this might be also the reason why maybe some 3D people would call it a bit cheesy or cheap at the moment, because the metaverse is basically just being created by the time we're speaking right now. So it's all in Germany we say in Kinderschuhen, in children's shoes.
They've partnered with a metaverse platform called Sandbox to create a series of metaverse mansions to be auctioned off.
We were like, we have to sell this and maybe we will be millionaires. Of course we are not. It went really, really good, and it sold for about, I think, $57,000. And we were like, of course, having a good evening that day.
Now, you might be wondering why on earth someone would pay tens of thousands of dollars to own a house that only exists online. Well, I'm wondering that too, but some worlds in the metaverse are creating a scarcity effect. Every Realm is one of the companies at the forefront of metaverse real estate and development. Yes, this is a real thing and it is really happening. They've worked on over 100 real estate developments in metaverse worlds where there's a limited number of plots of land available for people to buy, rent and sell. Now, the process of actually buying that land involves cryptocurrency and the blockchain and a lot of stuff that I don't want to pretend to understand right now. But the gist is, people are betting that in the future they're going to be able to develop the land and build residences that someone might want to rent out, virtually. Or build a store that a real brand would want to spend real money to advertise or sell their products in. Again, virtually. And for now at least, the demand really is there. Now, metaverse architecture isn't all about making a quick buck. Some top architects are using it as a way to push the bounds of design. You might have heard of parametric design in architecture, the free-flowing futuristic style influenced heavily by computer algorithms. A lot of that comes from this guy, Patrick Schumacher. He was Zaha Hadid's right-hand man and is now the practice's principal architect. And that means he has a lot of influence in the world of design, and he's getting in on the metaverse.
In my case, in our case, Hadid Architects, we are heavily investing currently in that and building teams around that, multiple projects coming online. But we don't want to switch away from architecture in the physical world and urbanism in the physical world. So I think that can be a multidisciplinary design firm.
In fact, Zaha Hadid Architects is working to create a metaverse version of Liberland. That's a micronation proposed by a libertarian Czech politician. No, you're not dreaming. This is all really happening. In the real world, Liberland is just a few square miles between Croatia and Serbia. But the metaverse version paints a picture of what it could be, a futuristic crypto paradise.
So the design remains pretty much driven by the same social functionality criteria of organization, aesthetics, phenological orientation. But then the engineering stack is obviously radically different. We use gravity as an orienting device. You don't want to have things flying around in all directions, and it gives a certain stability, but we don't have physical forces to deal with. So we have a new set of constraints, but they also have parallels. Even we love curvature and we love the light to play on the curvature. So this is expensive both in the physical world and in the virtual world, because these geometries are more complex and harder to render. So it's quite curious that what's expensive in the physical world also turns out to be expensive in the virtual world.
Of course, there are more grounded examples of architecture in the metaverse. Manchester City Football Club is creating the world's first metaverse football stadium with the virtual reality team at Sony. With no limit on how many people can fit in the virtual stadium, in theory there's no cap on the amount of people who could attend a match. And you wouldn't be limited to just one seat with one point of view. The virtual stadium could give fans the chance to watch a game from multiple angles in real time. No battling the crowds to get home, no cold weather, no overpriced beers. Now, I'm not at all convinced that our future's going to be full of people sitting in their houses with VR headsets over their heads. Feel free to watch this video back in years to come and quote me on that. But I can kind of see the value the Metaverse could offer the design world. It's a chance to think creatively without restrictions, and with all the attention and investment in digital design, it's a good opportunity for the industry to show what it's capable of. Digital cities don't just have to live in the Metaverse, just look at digital twins today. Designers are already creating virtual clones of real-life buildings or even entire cities. Those models can monitor real-time traffic patterns, building maintenance, and even simulate what would happen if the city were to be hit by a natural disaster. That all makes it easier to make better decisions about how to manage our built environments without having to wait until issues begin to show. So, as far-fetched as the Metaverse may seem, the concept of a virtual world might actually help us save the one we're building today.
I think it will be a very satisfying experience, and my hope is that it is not means that we all sit at home, but that we are out together in these mixed reality scenarios where the urban environments, the architectural environments are infused with windows into the virtual world, with augmented information, with holographic telepresencing of participants from around the world. So that's true globalization without the physical isolation. That's my vision and my dream of the Metaverse.
If you enjoyed this video, or even just understood it, and you want to learn more about where construction is headed, make sure you're subscribed to Tomorrow's Build.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake.
Course of Metaverse developer, there would be a company called Blockchain Council. They used to provide the certification. The certification name is Certified Metaverse Expert. This is the 5 hours course duration. It's a lifetime certified, and it's an online program. The charge would be like 11,499 INR. There will be a EMI option also available. You can go through it and you can take this course. This would be an added value of your career. How to become a Metaverse developer, scope, skills and salary. We can see like scopes of the jobs in Metaverse segment, like you become a Metaverse developer, or you should know that AR, VR, and then at least you should know some basic coding knowledge. That would help for you guys to in terms of putting your career into the Metaverse virtual world. The roles and responsibility of Metaverse developers is that creating a digital immersive world for the users to communicate, like developers need to build such application games which could interact with users with help of VI, AR and AI technology. Metaverse developer would also help to find a way of device to interact with users apart from the voice and touch. Since the possibility in the virtual Metaverse world are unlimited, there is a lot of that Metaverse developer can do. This can also create a new environment in the Metaverse world based on the different activities. There is no saying that what can be done in the specific role, as the possibility are increasing day by day. And you should know that there will be skills which you're supposed to know, like programming knowledge and software development skills and XR technology, and you should know the SDKs, and eventually you should know creative vision and thinking knowledge. And if the person who knows the animation graphics, that would be a betterment for them to get pitch into the Metaverse geography. And obviously you should know the soft skills that would leverage your career into the next level. And the starting salary should be like $97,000 per annum. When we talk about like INR rupee, let's convert into dollar into INR rupee. Convert USD to INR. Like let's take 97,000. Like it means that 75 lakhs 6,039 rupees. That is your basic annual income. So probably if you can get more experience, you will get more. Go to Google, type realplayer.me. If you click, you could able to see that realplayer.me websites. Click that websites. Here there will be two options. One is enter up and another is are you developer. Click enter up. And then here you can see the home screen like these avatar already I created myself. So left hand side there will be four options. One is home, discover app, wardrobe and my avatar. Click my avatar. Once you click, you can see the dashboard. In this dashboard I already created 4 avatars. So if you want to create new avatar, click new avatar and again create new avatar. Here you have to choose your body type, masculine, and here there will be two options. One is take photo or pic file. Click pic file. Select the images from the local desktop. The page is getting loading. Usually it takes around 5 to 10 seconds, probably based upon the internet bandwidth. Yeah, we are going to see the avatar design space. So here you can design, like if you want to change the skin tone or you want to change the dress or else you want to change the face or suppose if you want to add the glass. So all the option is available. You can modify it according to your needs, because each and every other there will be different styles. So you can modify it. You can select the eye type also. Once you made all the changes and click next, that button would be in the top right. Page is getting loaded. Wait for some time. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, now you see that whatever we designed, so that would get reflected in the my avatar dashboard. You can use this avatar to enter any virtual world. For example, click right side, explore new app. There will be a virtual world called Spatial. Spatial is one of the virtual world which has been created for the Metaverse to explore the culture. So you can see the right side avatar connected. I did already. So you guys, what you supposed to do it, you have to connect the avatar whatever you created, because that avatar goes to the virtual world, and whatever if you want you can do it using your avatar created by this website. So now we are going to see the real virtual world. So this is the something special. We never imagined such kind of virtual world.